Hey guys, it's your girl Tara here from Blondie Yoga. If you caught me on Tuesday, we did sound bowls. It's Thursday, so we're gonna do a gentle vinyasa flow. Perfect for beginners, but honestly, I do think every yogi could benefit from it. So if you're watching, don't stop now. If you're watching, like or subscribe. But let's get into it. So coming down onto your mat into a crisscross applesauce. The theme of my sound bowl session on Tuesday was birthday. It's the week of my birthday, so this theme will also be birthday. Super exciting. So bringing our palms onto our knees and then slowly elongating the spine up to the sky. Imagining there's a string and it's just pulling the crown of your head up. Slowly closing your eyes. We're gonna take a few rounds of box breathing here. So exhale out all of the breath in your lungs. Then on your next inhale, inhale through your nose. Pausing at the top. Exhale out of your mouth. Pausing at the bottom. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale through your nose. Pause. Exhale, let it go. Pause. 1 more time. Inhale through your nose. Pause. Exhale out of your mouth. Pause. Then coming through your natural breath cycle here, we are gonna slowly open up our eyes, bringing our hands into Lotus Mudra. So bringing the pinky to touch, your palms to touch, and then your thumbs to touch. And then you're gonna kind of like fork out your fingers, creating this Lotus Mudra. And then we're gonna slowly bow down to our mudra, just bowing our head down a little bit. The Lotus Mudra is a sign of purity and compassion. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, you are more than welcome to do so. The intention I set for you is that you are celebrated in every point. And even when you don't feel worthy, there is still someone rooting for you. Taking a collective breath together to seal in our intention. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Kind of bringing our head back up through to neutral. And now our Lotus Mudra is gonna be the crown on our head. So putting on our birthday crown. How exciting. If you're an Aries queen like me, then you know it's our birthday month, so you might as well throw that crown on. Taking a few more breaths here to really feel the power of the crown on our head. And then slowly we're gonna interlace our fingers, placing them behind our head. And we're gonna slowly on our inhale, lifting our chest up, opening up our elbows. And as we exhale, we're gonna cat the spine, bringing our elbows to touch. 2 more times, inhale through, creating this cow spine as you open up that heart. Exhale to close it down, 1 more time. Inhale, making it big. Exhale, coming back through to center, and then slowly we're gonna keep our hands exactly where they are. We're gonna slowly elongate through our spine and then tipping over to the right, so pressing down through that left sit bone. And then from here, we're gonna blossom open. So bringing our right palm down and our left palm over our head. If you'd like a little bit more length, bringing that elbow down to the floor. Seeing how it really elongated my obliques here. 1 more breath. Then on your next inhale, we're gonna slowly tip back up and we're gonna blossom open through a twist. So placing our left palm behind our right knee, our right palm behind us. And then I like to suck in my belly button to create more of a twist in my spine. Maybe gazing over that right shoulder if it's accessible for your neck. Or if you'd like an added neck stretch, bringing that right ear to that right shoulder and really feeling it here. Obviously, if it's too much, please back off. 2 more breaths here. Then on our next inhale, bringing our arms overhead and then interlacing our fingers the unusual way. And you'll know pretty quickly because it'll feel weird, and it is. Bringing our hands behind the nape of our neck and then slowly taking those cat-cows with our elbows. So inhale to really cat the spine, bringing your heart up to the sky. Then exhale to contract it in, bringing our elbows to touch. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting that heart. Exhale to contract. 1 more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to contract. Inhale to lift, and then lengthening our spine up, tipping over to the left and blossoming open. So bringing our left palm down, our right palm up above our head, really pressing down through this right sit bone as we slowly bring our left elbow down to the floor to really feel some more stretch in those obliques. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, coming back through to center, we are slowly just going to fold forward here. Maybe if you'd like a little bit more stretch, walking your fingers a little bit more forward. Two more breaths here. And on our next inhale, bringing ourselves back up, rolling over our knees to come into this tabletop position. So I talk a lot in my yoga classes about Uddiyana Bandha. So Uddiyana Bandha is, I like to say, a corset. You're zipping up your corset. So you're bringing your rib cage down to your hips. So it looks like this. So less of the arch of the back, more of the tucking of the pelvis. So we're gonna do that here. So coming into your tabletop position, we're gonna slowly tuck our pelvis underneath us to engage our Uddiyana Bandha. And then once you're there, tucking your toes to hover our shins 6 to 8 inches off the mat. Saying hello to that core. Woo, she is spicy. She is an Aries. 2 more breaths here. Taking an inhale through your nose. Exhale, bringing your knees back down to the mat, coming through a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, dropping the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding your spine, tucking your chin into your chest, coming through that cat spine. 2 more times, inhale through to cow. Exhale through to cat. 1 more time, inhale through to cow. Exhale through to cat. Then coming through that neutral tabletop, we're gonna engage our Uddiyana Bandha by tucking our pelvis, zipping up our corset here. And then slowly you're gonna bring more weight into your palms, kicking our right foot out behind us. And then slowly we're gonna point the toe and just create some pulses. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly we're gonna come into a balancing tabletop. So bringing your weight into your right palm and into your left knee as we extend our left arm out in front of us. Just using that core here to stabilize us. 2 more breaths. And then slowly placing the left palm down, kicking our right toes up to the sky. And then slowly we're gonna bend our knee and place it over our left knee, as you can kind of see, and we're gonna press our hips back. Kind of coming through eagle legs and a little bit of child's pose. 1 more breath here. And then coming back through to center, we're gonna keep our leg here and just extend it out to come onto our toes, taking a little bit of a side bend stretch here, maybe gazing over your left shoulder. One more breath here. On your next inhale, lifting those toes back up, coming into that tabletop position here, taking around a cat-cow to rinse out the spine. So inhale, dropping the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, tucking that tailbone, rounding that spine, bringing your chin into your chest. Then coming back through to tabletop, engaging that core by tucking that pelvis underneath you, kicking our left foot out behind us, and then pointing our toe and doing 10 pulses. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly placing more weight into your left palm, bringing our right palm up to the sky. It's important that your foot stays in line with your glute and your arm stays in line with your shoulder. 2 more breaths here. Really saying hello to that core very early. And placing our right palm down, bending our left knee to bring it behind our right. And then slowly shifting our hips back, coming through this eagle with child pose arms as we slowly press our weight into our right glute. One more breath here. Then slowly coming back into those tabletop arms, keeping our legs as is, just extending our left leg and then slowly bringing our gaze over our right shoulder. A little side bend stretch here. Maybe feeling it in your hip flexor. One more breath. Then inhale, coming back through to center into that tabletop position. Around a cat-cow to really release that spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, coming through to cat. Then from here, we're gonna tuck our toes, lifting our hips up to the sky, coming into our first downward facing dog. So speaking through this down dog so that you can get the technique right, you wanna make sure that your fingertips are facing towards the front of the mat. The eye of your elbow is also turned, so your elbows are facing down towards the mat instead of dipping into your shoulder. Your shoulders are gonna relax down your back. You're gonna, instead of straightening your legs, you're gonna bend your knees to tuck your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. 2 more breaths here to maybe walk out the dog, giving it a little left, a little right. Doing what feels good to you. You're welcome to wiggle your little tail. 1 more breath here. And then coming back through to a neutral downward facing dog. We're gonna slowly kick our right foot up to the sky, bending through our knee and stepping it through, coming into this low lunge position. From here, you're gonna check your alignment, making sure you're on railroad tracks and not a tightrope. You know, by easily bringing your fingertips off of the mat. And if you need to widen, that is absolutely okay. Technique is everything here. And then from here, we're gonna slowly turn our left foot. So we're gonna come onto the toes, turn our left foot to open up that hip, coming into warrior 2, our first warrior 2. I'm checking our alignment here by making sure your knee's in line with your ankle. You could see your right big toe. You're tucking your pelvis using that Uddiyana Bandha to engage your core, making sure your foot is parallel to the mat, and then slowly growing our arms out to a T. Might be spicy a little bit already, as this is a tough one to hold, as it gets all those small muscles. From a T, we're gonna slowly bring our palms up to the sky. And as you do that, you can see my shoulders relax. And then keeping that engagement as we slowly press down on springs. Doing a little bit of a simple flow here. We're gonna turn our right front palm, keeping our legs exactly as they are. Tipping back like a teapot, reverse warrior. And then coming into extended side angle from here. So we're gonna slowly tip forward. And then here's the important part. As if I'm pulling your right arm forward, and then you can't go anymore, and then tipping forward. This is gonna very quickly fire up those obliques here. From here, you can bring your right forearm onto the top of that right. Just make sure you're keeping core engagement and not dipping into it. So you're trying to keep your chest open. Pretty easy way if you're dipping into it is that can you bring your right arm off of your right knee and your core should not move. 2 more breaths. Then on our next inhale, we're gonna slowly tilt back into warrior 2, reversing our front palm, tilting back, reverse warrior, and windmilling our palms to take our first flow. Framing our right foot back, stepping into a high plank. If you cannot lower all the way down through high plank, please bend those knees and lower your chest. But from high plank, coming into cobra, lowering halfway down or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog, then rolling over both toes, coming into downward facing dog. Woo, starting to get a little spicy here. So we are gonna go straight to the other side by bringing your left foot up to the sky, bending your knee, coming onto your right toes to give you the room to step it through. Coming into a low lunge here and adjusting our stance. So making sure you're not on a tightrope, but you are on railroad tracks. And you'll know pretty quickly by gently bringing your fingertips off the mat. Firing up those legs right away. 1 more breath. Then slowly coming onto those right toes, opening up to open up our hip. Checking our warrior 2 stance here. For me, I need to bring it out a little bit more so I can see my left big toe and my knees in line with my ankle. Tucking that pelvis, bringing that corset together by tucking that pelvis. Making sure your right foot is parallel to the mat. Bringing our arms out to a T. Flipping our palms up to the sky. Releasing our shoulders down our back, and then turning our palms back down. Settling here to really bring that fire early on. This is a pretty traditional flow. You'll see it through a lot of flow classes, so it's important to get the basics done right. 1 more breath here. Then turning our left front palm, tilting back, reverse warrior. And then same thing as we did on the other side. Imagining someone is pulling you to the front of the mat. When you can't go any further, then tilting forward into our extended side angle. You're welcome to place your forearm onto your knee or even extend it, bringing your elbow into the inner set of your knee. 2 more breaths here. Checking our alignment by slowly bringing that hand off that knee. 1 more breath. And then slowly tilting back into warrior 2. Turning your left front palm, tilting back, reverse warrior. And taking your flow by windmilling your palms down. Last flow of class as it's spicy. So stepping our left foot back to meet our right. Taking those knees down to come all the way down or coming into that plank position. And then slowly bringing your weight forward as you come all the way down or halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, slowly bringing your knees to the outer edges of the mat. Releasing your toes, bringing your big toes to touch. Sitting our hips back. Taking this relaxation while we have it. About 4 big belly breaths here. checking in with your body, checking in with your mind, maybe recognizing that slowdown of the breath. One more big breath here. And on your next inhale, coming through that tabletop position. So bringing your knees more in line with your hips, tucking your toes to pike your hips up to the sky. And then slowly you're welcome to walk or jump, but if you're walking, then slowly coming onto your tippy toes, using about 8 to 10 steps to bring yourself forward, coming into this forward fold at the top of your mat. Two more breaths here, maybe grabbing onto opposite elbows and swaying. Maybe stillness is what's calling. I ask you to honor whatever it is your body's calling for. And then slowly we're gonna inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold as we root to rise by bending our knees, placing our stomach on top of our thighs. And we're gonna leg press the ground to bring us all the way up, bringing our arms up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart and prayer, Anjali Mudra. Taking an inhale through your nose. Exhale, palms to your side, Tadasana. So slowly, we're gonna close our eyes here, coming into a little bit of a balancing series. So my favorite thing, my favorite little warm up for these feet, we've kind of warmed up the legs, warmed up the core, got into the shoulders with that down dog. We're gonna come into our balancing series. So bringing our hands to Tadasana, closing our eyes. We're slowly gonna tip our weight forward until our toes start to wanna grab. And then trying to relax through the toes and maybe press your weight a little bit more. And slowly coming back through to center, going over to the right. So feeling the weight onto the razor edge of the right foot and the weight onto the inner of the left foot. And then slowly coming back through to center, a little bit of a tough one. So we're gonna bring our weight back into our heels until our toes lift up. Then when our toes lift up, we're gonna relax them. Trying to relax them there to feel if we can go a little bit further. And then coming back through to center, shifting our weight over to the left. So coming onto the razor edge of the left foot and the inner of the right foot. Then coming back through to center and taking some circles. So take 2 circles in each direction, bringing it around the world. So all right, going forward to the right, back to the left, forward to the right, back to the left. Switching it, forward to the left, back to the right, forward to the left, back to the right. I feel like SpongeBob these days. Anyway, we are going to get into it. So slowly pressing down through our left heel, slowly bringing ourselves out of that hip socket to create that stabilization. Then bringing our right knee into our chest, flexing our foot up to the sky, holding here. Welcome to bring your hands on your hips or your hands to prayer, whatever is your jam. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly we're gonna bring our left palm onto our right knee, corkscrewing our right arm open. Just giving our chest a little bit more opening here. If you're a full yogi or you'd like to advance this, bringing our left 2 peace fingers onto our right toe, extending our right foot forward. One more breath. Slowly bending into that knee, bringing our chest back through to center, bringing our hands to touch. We're gonna open up that hip. So slowly bringing our right knee to the front of our mat. and then blossoming into your tree. So there's 3 ways you can go about tree. You could kickstand your toes with your heel onto your calf. You could come onto your calf, or you could come into a full expression of tree by placing our foot onto the inner thigh. Trying to create this tension point of the foot pressing against the leg, but also the leg pressing against the foot. So creating that tension here, bringing our hands into prayer, and then opening up into a lotus mudra. Remembering to breathe through it, trying not to grasp with your toes. Coming into that lotus mudra, taking a big inhale. And as you exhale, we're gonna lift our arms to place that birthday crown onto our head. 2 more breaths here. And trust me, I know that foot is on fire. I feel it. I feel it. And if you see in the video, I shake. I'm shaking a little too. 1 more breath. And release, starfish pose. Shake it out. Give yourself a little dance, you know. We still have another side. I hate to tell you guys, but what we got to do on one side, got to do on the other. So let's get into it. Placing our weight into our right foot, we're going to slowly extend through that hip. So creating that stabilization through that hip. Bringing our left knee into our chest, flexing our toes up to the sky. And pausing here to hold. Two more breaths. And then slowly, we're gonna bring our right palm onto our left knee, extending our left arm behind us, coming through this twist. Opening our chest over to the left. If you're a well-seasoned yogi, you're welcome to bring your 2 peace fingers onto that big toe, extending out. 2 more breaths here. Then slowly releasing, coming back through to center, bringing our palms together to create that tension point as we slowly bring our left knee over to the left. And then when you feel ready, connecting, coming into tree. So kickstand is an option. Placing it onto our calf is an option, or extending it all the way up into our inner thigh. Also an option, balance is a daily thing, and you are more than welcome to touch down. Remembering that the ground is there to support us and not judge us. Very important. But from here, making sure at least you're not pushing against your knee. I see a lot of people do that. Please don't. There's a lot in that knee that can go wrong. Just don't do it. You can go on the calf or above the knee. Bringing our hands together in prayer, opening up our lotus mudra on this side. When you feel ready, taking an inhale through your nose. Exhale, extending that crown up, placing it onto the crown of your head and even our crown chakra. How exciting. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly kicking out into that starfish and release. Woo! We have done it all. That is our balancing series. We are gonna start to slow it down. So from here, bringing our palms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, we're gonna place our palms down as we sit our hips back, coming into this cosmic egg. So our toes are a little bit spicy, so you kind of want to create space between the heels and the floor, kind of creating a little bit space. If this is your balance challenge, that's your balance challenge. You're more than welcome to bring your hands down or do a little bit of a hug. Give yourself this hug, coming into this cosmic egg, saying, wow, I did the damn thing, how exciting. Tucking that chin into your chest. And then slowly placing our hands down, coming into that seated position, coming into a butterfly pose right away, releasing those hips, bringing our 2 peace fingers onto those big toes, elongating the crown of our head up to the sky. From here, with straight arms, you're just gonna bend into your elbows. So we're trying to keep a flat back here to start. So bending into our elbows until you feel those inner thighs start to relax, start to feel good. As we built up heat in our body, now we're gonna come down and slow it down, taking a few more breaths in each pose to really feel into our body. Maybe bending your elbows a little bit more, 2 more breaths. On our next inhale, extending our arms, keeping our feet as they are, but we're gonna slightly bring them a little bit forward. So bringing them a little bit forward, then we're gonna hook our arms underneath our legs. So hooking, bringing our knees up to the sky to create that shelf, and then hooking our arms under our legs and just relaxing into it, relaxing the knees down, relaxing our forehead down, allowing our chin to come into the chest. Taking about 4 more breaths here. And then slowly bringing our knees up to the sky to release our arms from underneath us, bringing our legs out in front of us, taking the fleshy bits off of our sit bones, growing tall up to the sky. Inhale up, and then slowly with a flat back, tipping forward. So we're not gonna connect our hands to our feet yet. We're trying to create more of an active stretch before we move into a passive stretch. And then imagining maybe someone's pulling you a little bit forward. 1 more breath here. And now connecting and relaxing into it by slowly tucking our chin into our chest. Four breaths here. And then slowly maybe moving forward a little bit so you can come all the way down, releasing, bringing our arms parallel to one another, and as slow or as fast as you'd like, or even maybe coming through Navasana, a boat. I won't do that to you, I promise. Then as soon as your shoulder blades hit down, bringing our arms overhead, taking 3 big breaths here. And then bringing our hands into this diamond shape, placing it on top of our pelvis, onto our lower belly, and taking 3 breaths together. So inhale through your nose, exhale out of your mouth, inhale through your nose, exhale out of your mouth. On this next one, we're gonna inhale through our nose, exhale into Shavasana. So maybe keeping your hands where they are to feel your breath, or bringing our hands up to the sky for receiving, or down to the earth for grounding. Taking what you need here as we allow about 8 breaths in Shavasana. You're more than welcome to stay here. We're gonna transition into our ending by slowly wiggling the fingers, taking intentional blinks with your eyes, and then rolling onto a side that calls to you, pausing in an infant position. So right for more energy, left for more restorative, meeting me there. Shavasana symbolizes the death of our practice as we are rebirthed into this world. Lucky to awaken more than once in a day. Taking a collective breath together, inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. And then coming onto your side a little bit more, pressing up into a seated position the same way we started class. Bringing our hands to prayer here, closing our eyes, and creating friction in between our palms. So slowly rubbing them together. Once you feel that heat, placing your right palm on your heart, your left palm on top of your right. Bowing down to the heart to offer gratitude, thanking ourselves for showing up, thanking ourselves for doing something out of the ordinary, and simply thanking ourselves for being. Bringing our hands back to prayer. A little bit different since it's a birthday theme. We're gonna bring our thumbs to our throat chakra. From here, it's gonna bring our fingertips right in front of our lips. So we're gonna blow out the birthday candles. So taking an inhale through your nose, exhale out of your mouth. Ready? One more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, blow out your birthday candles. Oh no, we didn't get them all. Our lung capacity is terrible. One more time to reach all of those candles. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, blow them all out. Inhale, bringing our thumbs up to our third eye. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Thank you for going through this whole video. Please like, please subscribe, please do all the things so that I can be here servicing you. And please, please, please remember to take care of yourself. May the light within me see and adore the light within each one of you as we simply bow to one another and say, Namaste. But seriously, guys, please like, please subscribe. Tuesday, another sound bowl session with a theme. Thursday, another gentle flow. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys watching.